Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. So today we have a special guest all the way from UK. She's originally from Nigeria, so she will be joining us in a few moments. So let's introduce each one of our members. So I'll start with me. So hi, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama. I work in the movie industry, and I'm a digital business owner. Melissa?
Hi everyone, it's nice to be here. My name is Melissa. I'm originally from Kenya. I'm currently living in Mexico. I'm a former hotelier, but right now I'm running a full-time digital business.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live in Ontario, Canada, but I'm from Cuba. And I also have an online business, so I form part of this amazing community.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel Vargas. I am originally from Mexico, but I live in North Carolina, USA. I work as a teacher assistant for the school system, and I'm also a business owner.
Thank you, Melissa, Jesse, and Isabel. Okay, so let's bring our guests to the studio. Hi, Christiana. Hi. Nice to meet you, and thank you for coming
Hello,
to.
everyone. Good evening. Thank you
Would
so
you like
much
to?
for having me.
Thank you so much, Christiana. Would you like to introduce yourself to the
You're welcome.
viewers?
Yes, I am. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching us from different parts of the world. My name is Christianah Babatunde. Originally, I'm from Nigeria, but I live in the UK. I am an entrepreneur and also a proud digital business mentor. Thank you.
Thank you, Christiana. Okay, so let's start with the first question.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what inspired you to start an online business and what drive you to keep it going?
Oh, thank you so much for that amazing questions. The fact is just that if you don't have reasons, you can't do anything. There should be a reason why you start something. So I've got my reasons. If I could remember, I think far back in 2020, I used to follow my mentor. She has got a Facebook platform with numerous followers. So I happen to be one of her followers, and she is a very successful woman. Okay, she's an accountant, and all of a sudden, I just saw her advertising about this online digital business. So with that, I was moved because she's very successful. She has a very good career. She's a businesswoman, and I told myself, if this woman could actually plug in into this business, definitely she know what she was doing. You know what I mean? So with that, I was just watching her. She just kept coming, talking about this business, and also her journey inspires me. Under a year, she was able to acquire two houses in the UK just because of this business. So with that, I felt motivated, and I told myself I need to get it done because I haven't got to any level. But seeing her at the top, and she kept striving to be a better person. So with that, I had to just get connected with her, and I told her I'm interested. That was how I started. And also the second question, what drives me to keep going? Wow. Let me say I am a very determined person. I'm telling you the real fact. People that knows me know that I am a go-getter. When I ask myself, I need to do this, I need to do it unfailingly. And also, I'm very determined, okay? The zeal and the passion and also the grace of God. Because it is a journey of no regret. I can say it anywhere, anytime, and any day. The fact is just that not all journeys are smooth. You need to experience one or two life challenges in order for you to be able to motivate people coming behind you. So it is not a rosy journey, but your determination is going to help you to always continue pushing. Thank you so much for that questions.
Thank
Wow, that's amazing. When I start this business, what inspired
Mhm.
me because I want to more, I'm a nurse.
Mhm.
Yes, I make a good money, but I want more
Mhm.
time. I want more time for myself,
Mhm.
I want more time for my family, and I
Mhm.
wasn't able to do that. So if we want to go for vacations or have activity, it was so hard to get time off, and spending
Mhm.
that time with the family. So I always want more,
Mhm.
but without compromising my income, because like, well, I need to work, but how can I do that? I have almost the same amount without at the same time having time with the family. So I came up with a business. I came up with a business. I was like, oh my gosh, and I couldn't believe it, how amazing it was. And what drive me, I would say that the testimony, the people that are joining the business, and how they share, and the true history that how this business has changed their life completely. Can be in a small scale or be a scale, but as soon as you
Mm-hmm.
start, you start like changing
Mm-hmm.
your mindset, everything. So that's for my part. But thank you so much. That's amazing.
You're welcome.
Okay, yeah, and for me, like what inspired me was the I love to travel and I love the flexibility of the business that like you can take it anywhere. So that really piqued my interest. Especially like I have Asian parents, so I wanted to be able to have time with them. Like when they start aging, I will have to take care of them. So by doing my work, while working 12 hours per day, it wasn't possible. And like JC said, the what drives it to keep going, like the community is amazing, and it's always there. Like I always mention, like some of us are lucky to have people in our family that support us, like with our dreams, but not everybody has that option. So that's where the community that we have comes to place, like to keep you pushing forward, and following your dreams. So that's one of the things that I really love about this business. Anybody else wants to add something or?
Yeah, I remember for me when I moved to Mexico, even though I was struggling with language barrier, my Spanish was not very good until one day, finishing my, I was doing some voluntary, I was teaching English, just doing some voluntary work, but still at the same time, I was trying to look for something I can do online, something in English, until I stumbled on this business opportunity. And it's been amazing. I thank God because I was actually looking for a job I can work online, but then God led me to another destiny, a business that has really changed my life, and it helped me to move around. Actually, I just moved from California 3 months ago, and I've literally moved with my business from California to Mexico. So I just love the flexibility that I can travel anywhere
Wow.
and do this business. And just like everyone has
Mm-hmm.
said, Sandy and Christiana, the community is everything. We are able to meet here and talk and share, with you guys, amazing people. I've never really met you in person, but just the community and, the energy, the drive to keep going is really, really amazing. Yes.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Melissa.
I think we all had different reasons why we joined the business.
Mm-hmm.
We all have our whys, but I'm a mother, and so the reason I joined the business was because I needed more time for my kids because my kids were growing up too fast, and I wasn't spending the time that they needed or quality time with them. And so I had been looking for something for a good bit. And like you said, Melissa, I was looking for a job online, but then I came across a business, so even better. So
Yeah.
we get to decide our own schedule. So that's why I joined the business because I needed more time with my family and because I wanted to travel with freedom without any time limits. When you work for somebody else, they only give you so much time that you can travel, and that wasn't enough for me. So yes.
Thank you, Isabel. Okay, so let's proceed with the second question.
Okay. So, how
Okay.
important do you think determination is for success in our business?
Hmm. Thank you so very much for this amazing question. The fact is just that not just our business alone. Determination is meant for every successful one out there. If you want to be successful in any field, in any of your career, you need to be determined. It's just like if you're not determined, you will end up with no results. That is the truth of the matter. Your determination goes a long way. It's just like let's say, a 16 years old boy that is in high school, and along the line, he showed interest when he actually got in, but along the line, he felt that, oh, this school is becoming overwhelming. Mom, I can't do this, I can't do that. If the child to try and drop out, he will not get any results, and that is a total waste of time, resources, and energy. So, for any person out there, whether you are a business owner or a professional, you need to be determined in order for you to be successful, and also in order for you to have a result. If you want to have a good result in life, your determination needs to be 100% and not 50%, not even 99.9, because there's going to be a time whereby you will feel overwhelming. But your reasons needs to be at the back of your mind at all time. And you should always remember the reason why you started, because there was a reason why you actually started the journey. So that is it. You need to be determined at all time and don't compromise your determination. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you so much for that. And I completely understand that. This business can be overwhelming at times because we have
Mhm.
ups and downs, but um, we every day we get up and we have to make the decision. Remember our why and keep going. Keep working to get results and to keep doing this business because at the end, we're doing it for us, we're doing it for our family, and we know that the business works because we can see that we have so many testimonies of people who have made this business work for them. So it's all about the work that we put in, and our mindset has a lot to do, and sometimes that can be challenging for us or for some of us, the mindset part where we have to keep working and just believe that we can achieve what we dream about, but yes, thank you for your answer.
Thank you. Yeah, I think determination, like you were mentioning, Christiana, yeah, in real, like in our personal life and also, in the business is something that is very important to have because, like if you don't have that mindset, like Isabel was mentioned it too, we are not able to go forward in anything that we set ourselves for, So that's something that, like we need to keep working and then try, like even if we have like a little failure, like along the way, we just need to, like, okay, reflect. What did I do wrong? Okay, what can I make changes and then keep going forward? But just keep going towards that goal and just modify what you need to modify, but just yeah, keep going. Anybody else wanted to add something or we proceed to the
Yeah,
next question?
let me quickly add something. I started this business last year, and well, of course, like many of us, when you're starting off, you feel so overwhelmed. And in most cases, you're not following the training the way you're supposed to follow it. So I remember there are days when I will feel so much overwhelmed. But one thing that really kept me, especially my initial times of starting this business, is the quote that says, don't quit on a bad day. So every time I used to feel like so overwhelmed, oh my God, I was like, okay, Melissa, don't quit on a bad day. Don't quit on a bad day. So that's what really kept me going. And I can totally resonate with you. Determination is everything. You need to give it like 100%, as Christiana has said, because without determination, you have to go back and ask yourself, oh, why did I decide to do what I'm doing? So yeah, so determination is everything that is supposed to be driving us in whatever we've decided we want to do in the journey of achieving our goals. Yes.
So
Thank you.
yeah, determination is good. It's a good word. But
Yes.
also, I would say when you're determination, I'm bad with
Actually,
English. But anyways, so it doesn't matter how small your steps are, because each of us, we all have our own path on the business. Some people go really fast, some people go really slow. Every person have their own time, and
Yeah.
that's okay. So you just have to make sure that as long as you have your goal and you know what you want on life, and you put it out there, that's it. You get all set. You just take your time. as long as you keep going with this business, it will happen for you, because it's the blueprints, like it's happening for everyone, so you are like, it's something that will come true. So you always have to like keep going, so no matter what. But even if it's small or big, everyone will go at the same race. So always have thinking on the goal, on the main goal. So always be determined, like always know what you want and you will get it.
Thank you. Okay, so let's go with the next question.
Okay, so our next question is, do you believe it's beneficial to step out of your comfort zone in this business?
You can see me smiling. I smiled. The question is very funny, and the truth of the matter is that my answer to this is yes. I'm giving this question a very big yes. The fact is just that in your comfort zone, you don't really know what you can do. It is just like you are just comfortable. You are comfortable with your £2,000 you are earning every month, not knowing that you can actually earn more than that. Because I posted something on my Facebook page, I think 2 or 3 days ago, that comfort zone, they are not a comfortable zone. They are not, because you want more. You haven't get to the peak of your destination, but you've limited yourself. That is not the peak of what you can become. There is more to what you can be. Using myself as an example, I commenced this business last year, and I used to be a very shy person, not anymore. I used to be scared of what to say and how to say it. I was like, how did I get here? You know what I mean? I struggled at first, but with my determination, with my passion, I kept going, and also with the grace of God. And with that, I now began to see a lot of results. I began to understand how things work, most especially Facebook. I don't know what Facebook looks like. I don't know how they do their things, but because I've got a business page, I know what to do and what how I should do it. I know when to post and when not to post. I know when to go live and when not to go live. You know what I mean? And secretly, I've become like a social media expert to some people. They reach out to me and ask me questions about Facebook. That aside, I also discovered that with my activities on Facebook every day, my page got monetized. So before I knew it, I attained 10,000 followers. All of a sudden, I'm now over 200, over 20,000 followers. So I was like, wow, I never thought I could do it. Then I used to think, how do these people get all these followers? Is it a magic? I saw it as a very big deal then, but I only saw that it only takes time. When you are focused and when you are determined, you will be able to come out of your comfort zone. And the last one is about like I saw an organization that reached out to me last month, and they said, we noticed that you are always online. That whether you post a picture or a video, but every blessed day you always show up. Because of that, we want you to advertise for our product. I was like, wow. I tried to convince them I can't do this. They said, no, you can do it. We are giving you the task. And all of a sudden, I just pick it up. So the fact is just that a lot of people are watching you. Aside the fact that you've got a business online, you can meet your helpers online, people who can help you, because it's like a networking platform. You tend to meet a lot of people from different parts of the world. They just, your numbers are there, your messenger is opened, they can just send you a message. So let's assume I just try to pull back and I just kept watching people and see what they do. I don't know. I don't know. But the fact is just that comfort zone, they are not a comfortable zone. You can earn more than your £2,000 in a month. In fact, you can earn 3 years of your current salary in a month in our digital business. It is very, very doable. It is achievable. So don't limit yourself. Your current situation shouldn't be the peak of your life. You can be more than that. No matter your age, no matter your level, whether you're a professional or not, you can be anything at any time. But everything starts from your mindset. You have to have a positive mindset. You need to be determined. And also, you need to surround yourself with people who are going to motivate you. You need to have a role model, people you watch, um, you look up to. For instance, now I've got many role models on social media. They don't know. But the fact is just that I can't do in a day without visiting their page and see what they do and how they are seeing results. Because I told myself countless times, these people have got just a single head. If they can do it, I can do it. It might only take me time because I understand the fact that our journeys in life, they are all different. So I can't compare my results with any other person's results. So I just need to sit back, discover myself, identify my strengths and my weakness, and know how I can become a better version of myself. In this world we live in, is accepting average. We don't want average. We want the fullness of what you can be. We want the 100% of your real self. Thank you so much. I'm going to pause there for now.
I can totally resonate with what you've said. I think for most of us, there's always something in our mind that makes us to be comfortable in where we are. As you said, everything is about the mindset. Sometimes it's fear. But the truth is, once you get out of the comfort zone, you see the results. The journey is not the same for everyone, yeah. So, but the results will come forth.
Mhm,
You build confidence in something that you are so
mhm,
afraid of doing. New opportunities will come, and for all of us to be here, actually, as business partners, we've seen ourselves grow because we took a step of faith, getting out of our comfort zone. So I totally agree with what you said. Yes. Over to you,
Yeah,
Sandy.
thank you.
we
Okay,
don't
go ahead.
know we don't know our potential, unless we get out of our comfort zone. Sometimes we get the well, not sometimes,
Mhm,
all the time. We get the best of us when we push ourselves to do more, because we're capable of many things, but a lot of time fear doesn't let us take that step to do more and to learn more, to take on challenges. And those things are good for you because you're growing as a human being, you're growing as a person, and the more just like all of us here, I think I was afraid, when I found the business. That was the one thing stopping me. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't go on camera. I don't know anything about social media. And it
mhm,
kept bugging me for a long time, when I was doing my training and I got to the point where I had to start doing my ads. It stopped me for so long. I was just afraid to start doing that. And at some point, I'm like, okay, well, let's start practicing. Let's start doing it. And thankfully, I met some people in the community who I became friends with. And we were always, we started right about the same time. So we were like, okay, I did mine, and we were all motivating each other on starting and keep going on the business. So yes, you never know what you're capable of unless take the leap of faith. You have to put your
mhm.
toes in the water to know the temperature. Sometimes you think it's cold, but it may not be. So it, you just have to test it out yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, comfort zone can be dangerous, because you're used to and you think you're
Mm,
okay, and you don't challenge yourself anymore. When you get to that comfort level, you don't challenge because you feel on your mind that everything is okay, everything is good where you are at the moment, and you forgot that anything can change. And then when something change, you are out, like if you get out of your job, or your job like the thing that happened 2020, COVID, people are firing from jobs, and there is no more pay or something. Like when that's it. Then you back again. So you always had to have something else. When you are, I think we all move out from our comfort zone and more. I'm talking about myself. I don't know, in my family, we never thought about having a business. Like that wasn't like who in my family we think, oh, I own a business, you know because you my comfort zone was like working for someone else, working our 9 to 5. you never thought that you can actually own it. You know, if I didn't have given myself a chance, they say, let me try it. You know, let me watch the 90-minute webinar. Let me see what it's all about it. I could not be here right now. I'm talking to all the viewers, and telling like how good it is and telling all my experience. So if you haven't moved from that comfort zone, I should not be here. I'm already for 4 years on the business. So, I for 4 years I own a business. Is not that amazing? So I tell to all the viewers out there, if you feel like like always move from your comfort zone, because your comfort zone can be dangerous, because if it's any variable, anything change on that comfort zone, then you don't know what to do. So it's like having, we're always talking about plan A, plan B. Always have many plans. You never know which one will work, So like comfort zone is good at the moment, but always think that you can move from there. Never stop. You can be your comfort zone for a little bit while, but keep going. That's not the end of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to touch a few things that you talk about, Christiana. So one of the things you were talking about, like um going live and people following, like, and some people are afraid, to be on camera. Well, I don't like to be on camera. When I started, like I like to be behind camera, but I had to step out of my comfort zone, and be in front of the camera, because that's, I want to change my life, and I want a better future for myself and for my family. So I had to do it. One thing that I think is so funny, because like I can do lives like this, like interviews and that kind of stuff, but for me it's a little bit more difficult to do like lives by myself. I don't know
Oh.
what, it shouldn't be a difference, but for some reason, like I found it difficult. But um it's so funny, because I went to a Zoom on Friday, and there was Gina Dimitrov. She was telling her story, and at the end she's a lot into go live. And then she put everyone, like, okay, just practice on your go live, like on your personal page you can go live, and you can put yourself, only yourself. So you record yourself, but it's only you watching. So the way that she did it, like it made it say, okay, it doesn't seem that difficult, that hard to do. So, I'm gonna give it a try. But she gave me that inspiration, to give it a try by myself.
A quick one, maybe Sandy, it's time for you to get out of that comfort zone. So go for it. Go for it.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about, like you were talking, like each one of us, like even though we have our own business, and maybe some people have more followers, some people have less followers. It doesn't really matter in a terms, like a brand, because your brand is yourself. So what people like and go and follow you is because of your personality, the things that you love, the things that you represent, the things that you put on your page, the content. So that's what people go towards you, because like you're a positive person, or if you have a strong mindset or stuff like that. So um don't be afraid to go out there and speak to the world. Go out of your comfort zone, because people will be attracted to your personality. Okay.
Well
O-
said.
okay, so the let's go for the next question. And okay, so how was your journey been since joining, and what changes have you noticed in your life, like from the beginning to now?
Cool. Wow, thank you so much for that amazing question. Aside the fact that when you join our business, you tend to have financial freedom. The fact is just that it is not just limited to that. There are so many benefits you are going to get from this business. Using myself as an example, when I joined, I used to be a very shy person. I don't like to talk on camera, just like Sandy said the other time. I don't like it. I used to be a very quiet person, an introvert person. So along the line, I began to discover myself. I started down countless times, talk to myself, and just see how I can help myself. So with that, I began to change. It is not like an overnight was change. No, it is going to be a gradual step from one step to the other. It is okay to make mistakes, but the fact is, the mistake is also part of your growth. And when I do any mistake, I go back and I identify the mistake and provide solution to it. And I used to tell myself, I am not repeating this anymore. And that is how I began to move from one step to the other. So a lot has changed. Then I used to be scared of talking online. For instance, go live. No, when I first started, my go live used to last for like 1 minute. 1 minute. There was a day I was doing my go live, and all of a sudden I saw about over 20 people watching me. I was like, what can I say at this point? I had to end it. I ended the go live because when I saw the figure of those people that are watching me at that time, I was very scared. I was like, what can I say? People are watching me. It's just like the whole world watching me. I had to pause that go live, and I now began to blame myself. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? So from that, I just kept doing it consistently. So not that I do want to do it, I'm not doing it tomorrow. No. When I do a go live today, tomorrow I need to show life again. So with that, a lot of people has changed. My mindset has changed already. The way I reasoned before, it is not the same way again. And I tend to understand what people management is. I am dealing with a lot of people from different background. The way we reason is different. So the ability to manage people with different cultures, with different ethics come to become very simple and easier for me. So the fact is just that we have people out there who struggle to relate with other people that are not from their country, not my type, because you would definitely meet with people. So a lot of things have changed. Now I don't find it difficult to mingle myself with anybody. So far, they understand what I am saying. So a lot has changed. Also, my finances has changed. The fact that me sleeping as a broke woman and waking up to see an alert from my online business, I I felt so motivated. You see, so it is a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. Thank you so much. I'm going to pause there for now.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a couple of things like I do relate to you, like when it comes to go live by yourself. Like
Mm-hmm.
last year, like we had this within our 90-day challenge, we had a 10 days
Mm-hmm.
go live. So I had to do go for 10 days go live by myself. And there was one night, like I had to do my go live. It was late at night. I said, okay, nobody's gonna be watching, so it's okay. So I'm gonna go and I start my go live, and suddenly there's one person viewing me, and it was like like I everything that I had planned, like it disappeared. Like my mind got blank, and I didn't know what to say. Like and I started improvising there. But yeah, I totally understand what you went through. Like you had way more than viewers, but I was
Mm-hmm.
so happy when I didn't have any viewers. But yeah, when that viewer came, I was like, okay, I don't know what to say now. So that was one thing. And the other thing that you mentioned about, like dealing with different backgrounds of people,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that I got exposed when I first arrived to Canada. Even though, like now, like seeing, like when I went to Canada, I like arrived here as an immigrant. So I went to an immigrant school
Okay.
to learn the language, which at that time was French. And when I got there, I saw a lot of kids from all different parts of the world. So
Mm-hmm.
that's when I got to interact with different cultures, right? So when I was living in Panama, even though, we also have different people from different parts of the world, I didn't see that because for me, like they were speaking Spanish. So for me, it was like, okay, they're all Panamanians, because I'm from Panama. But when I went to and I arrived to Montreal, that's when I got to see, oh, okay, so we are different parts of the world, you know. But we, even though like they learned the language, and that's why like they spoke Spanish. So I got a better understanding, like all the different cultures. So I was exposed to that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was something new to me. So it was a new learning for me at that time. Anyone? Anybody else
Okay.
wants to add something?
No, Sandy, when my first time trying to go live was when we went to the convention in Calgary. Everybody was doing their go lives, and everybody was like so happy and so excited to be doing it. And I had just started the business, so I was very shy at the beginning, and I pressed the thing like I was asking myself like 20 times, okay, press it, don't press it, press it. I'm like, let's press it, see what happens. It didn't last but a couple seconds, and I completely went like in shock, or I don't know what happened. I was like, "What are you doing?" I pressed the stop thing right away. I was like, "You can't do this. You're not." And we did it. And then we did a go. We went to the convention, and everybody had so many go lives and so much things that they recorded during that day. But I was just the kind of person just watching, looking around to see what people were doing it, and I didn't do anything because I was too afraid to do it.
Oh.
I will say my history with the Go Live. Uh, I think I passed around 6 months without, like, I didn't do no live. I wasn't, no. I post the videos, but they were all recorded. I was so afraid. Like, what about if someone say hi? What do I answer? I still like, even if it doesn't look like, every time they do a go live
Mhm.
in any of my pages, or like talking to you guys right now, I get, like, I don't know, I get anxious. I get start sweating. It's so nerve wracking, but you have to do it. It's a change.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that you talk about it was, you were talking about mindset. That was one of the change that happened for you,
Mhm.
that you noticed
Mhm.
big. And I can relate to that, because in the beginning I was like, yeah, it's just a, I don't understand a business. Like, it just changed completely your way to think.
Mhm.
Even your way to think about money, you think
Mhm.
completely different. You want, as you say, you want to start hanging around with people. They almost have that. They want the same thing that you want. They want financial freedom. They want time freedom, because it's just made, I don't know, it's you start looking at the world different. You see that you're having succeed, and you want to help others at the same time. You want
Mhm.
everyone be able to get a piece of pie, or this big pie that you learn that
Mhm.
it's not the end. So the mindset is one of the things they would say they have changed since I start.
Mhm.
I understand a little bit more about money. I understand a little bit more like like that part that never click as a 9 to 5 work. You just want a paycheck. You never think about something else. You just, okay, I'm in, I'm out, whatever. So that part, like owning a business, like, working for something for yourself, that
Mhm.
completely changed. And and this is so good that we offer that, and our training as well. We have a part that we show books, that we read about books, and we learn, and it helps us to cultivate that part. So mind change, like, how did you say that? The mindset
Mhm.
change is one of the one that I think they have grown a little bit. But yeah, I agree completely with you.
Um, for me, I love the word journey. So it's a journey, but there's this famous quote that says, "A journey of 1,000 steps." Uh, how does it
This is
go?
a
Remind me.
mile.
A journey, yeah, it begins with small steps.
Step. Yeah.
But yes, so but in most cases we forget to celebrate those small
Big
wins. I
milestone.
think we are focusing on achieving and seeing the results, and forgetting to celebrate the steps that you are progressing and making every
Mhm.
day, which for me is also something that I am also trying to remind myself, because sometimes I'm just focused on what I really want to achieve. Then I forget that I've been making progress. It's just that I have closed my mind in a way, and I'm not thinking of that. So all of us, I believe we are successful because in one way or another, we are not the same the way we started. We've actually
Mm-hmm.
grown, and it's a journey. So celebrating those small wins, and actually now that we were talking about going live, sometimes we are so afraid of what people will think. It's okay, just make those mistakes, because when you make those mistakes, that's when you get to analyze yourself and improve yourself. So if you forget about what everyone is thinking about and saying, oh, I can do it, you'll do it, you'll make mistake, it's fine. See those mistakes and improve yourself. So for me, I'm very grateful that all of us, we've seen ourselves grow. In reality, we've seen ourselves grow, and we are doing
Mm-hmm.
good. And that's why we are here. We are
Yeah, we're
successful
live.
business owners. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we are doing this live. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Over to
Okay.
you.
So the next question is Jesse. But Jesse, before we go into that question, we just have some comments here, so I just want to show the comments.
Mhm.
So we have Mutimba Mumba. So watching a replay, absolutely 100%.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you, Mutimba. And to say hello, ladies. Well
Hello. Thank
presented.
you.
And just to say flexible schedule and holistic approach connect with these amazing people.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And then we also have a comment from Pat Keating. He sent some flowers to us.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Pat.
Thank
You're beautiful.
Thank
you.
you, Pat.
Okay, so let's go with the next question.
Okay, so what strategies do you use to stay motivated in your business?
Hmm. Wow, thank you so very much for this question. Strategies, I've got a lot of them, but I might not be able to mention all, but I'm going to cover few. The first one is I am a Christian, so I put God first because you can't do anything on your own. So your strength is not enough. So I just ask God to just continue to strengthen me because you get tired, you get overwhelming. But when His grace is there for you, you won't feel tired. Just keep going. That's number one. Number two, let's say planning planning. I used to plan very well. It might not be 100%, but I can see a wide margin between when I haven't joined the business and this my current situation now. Because then I tend to know that I am more conscious that I've got a business online and I need to be present at all time. Not all time that I might not have time to pick up my phone at all times. But when I've already scheduled my posting, whether I am online or not, the post will actually go live at the scheduled time. So you need to plan effectively, and also your time management. If you have anything on your list that are not beneficial to you, we have people who spend 2 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours watching Netflix, getting nothing from it. You need to take that out. It's not adding to you. You need to take it out and focus your attention on things that will add values to your life. And also, my accountability partner, she has been there for me. We can't do any time without talking. We talk every day and we ask ourselves, how are you doing? What have you been doing? We have time to learn. If she sees anything that is beneficial to her, she tends to share it to me. If I also get one, I tend to communicate with her. And also, the community is awesome. That is it, guys. I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever seen any business with such amazing people. They are so lovely. They are so helpful. They are ready to help you at any time. We have different time zones. So even if you have a question or a problem at any time, when you drop it there, you will see people that would attend to you. Not that, oh, they are sleeping now. No. Somebody you don't know, somebody you haven't met before is going to come to your rescue at that particular moment. So it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So I'm going to pause there for now. So don't forget the fact that I said planning, putting God first, planning, effective time management. You need to be well organized. You need to be well organized. If you are not organized, you might end up with no results, but you need to be well organized, and you need to have it at the back of your mind that you've got something to do, not for yourself alone, but also to your generations to come. Because this business is not just for you. It is not just for you. Your families, your loved ones are going to be a beneficiary, be it sooner or later. So that is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, yeah, so in terms of strategies that you say, like time management, yeah, time management is one of the keys that, like
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of us struggle, like at the beginning, when
Mm-hmm.
and even, like as we go through, we struggle because, like um our journey, like start, like from being like a rookie, like learning and all that stuff. And then as we go, we start getting more experience, more learning, and we start getting better. But that means at the same time, you're getting more responsibilities too, right? So time management is a key throughout our journey, like because we need to be able to manage, like have time for yourself, have time for your family, have time for the business. So it's very important to do to have very good time management. And you were talking about organization. Yes, I totally agree. It's very important to organize, especially when you're starting your business. Like the
Mm-hmm.
sooner you start getting organized, the better. Because if you don't start organizing now, as you start
Mm-hmm.
having your team, it's gonna be getting hard, like because you're not
Yeah.
organized. So yeah, so recommend for those new people joining the business, or for those new business owners, organization from the beginning and work with your time management. It's very important. The other thing that for me, like I tend to plan ahead. Like see, okay, how can I improve my business? How can I do this better? How can I save some time on this?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's another thing that, like I share with you guys for the strategies, like especially, when you're going to start building your team, like how can you make, like how can you reach a lot of people at the same time, instead of, working on one? How can you build better leaders on
Mm-hmm.
your team, so that can help you, that will be your right hand, so
Mm-hmm.
that's another strategy that I wanted to share. Anybody else want to give some more tips?
Um, I think you've said everything. But I was just thinking about it's very true. For you to be motivated, you need to be organized. So you, as an entrepreneur, you need to look for those tools and strategies that you can use to help you be effective in your business.
Mhm.
And just looking through your calendar, for instance, and knowing that I have a meeting on this day, because if you don't
Mm-hmm.
do that, if you don't use those kind of tools, you are going to forget, and you might end up being hyper focused in one area and then forgetting the other. Sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
struggle with that. Like when I focus on one thing, I put all my 100%, then I'm like, oh, there's this other thing that I was supposed to do. But then with time, I'm like, okay, Melissa, you need to be organized. Yeah. I think it's because I'm used to writing things down. So sometimes when you use these gadgets, you easily forget. But when you just have, for me, having a notebook and writing the things that I need to do on that day sort of helps me. So I totally agree. Using those tools and time management is one of them is very important here. Very important to be successful in your journey as an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one more thing that just came to mind that now that you were talking. Yeah, one key, especially business owners, new business owners, and for those we already are starting the business, um, keep track of your finances, like budgeting, like all your receipts for your expenses. um, if the sooner you start putting those like on an Excel spreadsheet, and then have it organized for one at the end of the year,
Mm-hmm.
you're not struggling like, oh, where do I find this? Oh, I need to find this. Like you are very well organized and have it ready for when you have to
Mm,
practice, you know. So I just wanted to mention that because that's another very important thing on our as a business owner, you know. Okay. So the next question, I think it is me or Melissa. I don't know.
Wow.
Okay. Do you do a lot of live sessions? What advice would you give to those hesitant about the social media aspect of your business?
Wow. Thank you so very much for this amazing question. Yes, I do a lot of live sections as well. At times, I can appear 3 times in a day. For instance, on Friday, I did 3 live videos just by myself. And the fact is just that I am not yet an expert, but you need to tell yourself you can do it because you used to sit down watching people talking. They are also human like you, and they start from somewhere. So you need to embrace yourself, embrace your mistake. It is okay to do mistake. As a starter, don't expect everything to be 100%. You are going to fall, but it is your sole responsibility to pick yourself back up again and keep going. So don't be too hard on yourself. Just my advice, don't be too hard. Start from somewhere. Start from 50 minutes, sorry, 50 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Before you know it, you start flowing. You end up spending 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That is just the tips. And also, before you come online, you need to have a little study. Maybe you need to read. I don't know. We have a lot of resources out there. Be open to learning, learn new things. If you are coming on board to talk about anything, you need to have like a few moments whereby you have a little idea, if not a full idea of what you want to talk about. For instance, you want to talk about planning today. What does planning means? You need to have a little search on that before coming. You put them into writings, be it on your phone. You can see me holding my phone. I've got my phone here. So you can write them down on a sheet of paper. So when you pick each point, you know what to say. But never come live without having anything to say. It won't work. You end up saying anything. So in order for you to avoid that, you need to be well organized. You need to be plan. You need to plan yourself very well so that you can flow. Because if you don't do that, you end up doing a live section that is not even adding values to people. So take it one step at a time. You don't have to spend 5 or 15 minutes as a starter. No, start from somewhere. There was a time I was sharing to my audience. I said, just like me, I became very serious with my live session in February, just this February. The past months, I was not doing anything, just videos. But in February, I told myself I need to start from somewhere. So with 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, now conveniently, I can do a live session of more than 20 minutes by myself. So it starts from somewhere. And also with that, when they invite you for interview, you'll be more than happy because you've already built the capacity. So this thing is not just for yourself alone, because we have the mastermind and people who are getting on board every time. They all commence somewhere. So just have it at the back of your mind that you can do it. Forget about you making mistake. It is okay to make mistake. Embrace your mistake. When you notice any of your mistake, jot them down and tell yourself that, oh, I am not going to make this mistake again. And lastly, one thing I used to do is that during my first live section, I said I started in February. So one thing I used to do is that at the end of every of my live session, I used to go back. I listened to myself again. I listen to myself and see how well I perform in terms of what I said, my body languages, how I did, and I rate myself. So there are some signs I used to share myself. Oh, you did well today, and I'm going to to reward myself, maybe with a drink or something, just to compensate myself that I am actually progressing. I might not be there yet, but the fact is just that you just need to embrace yourself, embrace who you are, and tell yourself you can do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christiana.
You're
There was
welcome.
few things. There was few things that I just wanted to touch about that, like rewarding yourself. Yeah, we had a guest before that we interview, and she was talking about that. Like, like you write the goals that you have to do, right? And then to make it accomplish, you say like, okay, so if you complete this, then this is your reward. So that keeps you
Wow.
motivated, you know. So when
Wow.
you were
I
talking
love
about
that.
what you say,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another type of motivation that you do to yourself, like, which is good to keep you motivated.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, like, the live session, so another tip that I wanted to say, um also you can go and see the lives of other people, because then you can start picking up, like, oh, okay, maybe I can use this, or maybe, like, I need to change this. So looking at other people's business page, the life, even for
Mm-hmm.
your things, like, you start modifying your things, and that's how you become better, a combination of a
Mm-hmm.
little bit and with your personality.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then, like, reviewing yourself to be
Mm-hmm.
better.
Yeah,
Anybody
so
else?
as business owners, we have to learn new habits, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a business that we can use a community to learn from. And I've seen a lot of times or heard that when people are doing go lives, they put like the small sticky notes beside their phone, you know, with the key points that they're going to talk about. That
Mm-hmm.
way they don't forget about it. Because when you're doing lives, as we all know, and we see people watching us, we tend to forget what we are talking about. So it's a good thing to have those sticky notes to remind
Mm-hmm.
you what you're talking about, and that way you don't forget and you stay focused while doing your lives instead of losing your
Mm-hmm.
thought in the middle of your life, you know. It is hard and it is challenging, you know, like you said. Um, we have to start from somewhere. Some of us are better than others, but like Sandy said, you know, we can use a community to learn from. If we watch, there's some members that do lives like once or twice a week, and they're really good at it. But they're, used to it now. So we have to start somewhere. We have to get better every time. So if we don't do it, we're never gonna learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little bit of research, and I like your tip. I'm gonna use your tip about the sticky note.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna go to the next question.
Okay, so our next question is, why do you believe having a side hustle is important in addition to 9 to 5 job?
Hmm. Wow, this is a huge question. Thank you so much for this question. I'm going to see how far I can go with my explanation on this. First and foremost, there is an adage that says it is not good. It is not good for you to put all your eggs in one basket. It is very risky because at any certain time, anything can happen. Nobody's having a negative mindset, but at the other side, you need to prepare yourself. The fact is, so far, you've got a 9 to 5 job paying you well, does not guarantee you a job security. Employers are only trying their best, and anything can happen at any time. And don't forget the fact that inflation is looming everywhere now, in every country, everywhere. So the fact is, with this and the government, they are not even trying to increase people's pay rate. I haven't seen any pay rate that increased to 5%. I haven't seen, maybe in other countries, but in the UK, I haven't seen. The least they can give, the highest they can give is 2%, 3%. And what is that going to do for you? It's nothing. And don't forget the fact that price of commodities are becoming high every day. If you buy something today, going back to the store tomorrow, you are going to meet another price and your salary is not increasing. So it means that you need to find another way out. So having a side hustle is not like maybe I could. No, it is a must have. In project management, we have like um, the four key essentials: must, could, should, and I can't remember the last one, but they are in order of priority. Must is very very essential. It's just like a builder that wanted to build a house. We have some things that, oh, we could have this, we should have this, we must have this. Some things, they are very important that no matter what they are building, they need to try and see that that thing is included. So having a side also is very, very essential. We have a lot of companies in the UK that are closing down because they actually experience many problems that are beyond what they can control. There is nothing they can do. Imagine you working in a company for more than 20 years and all of a sudden the company is folding up. Tell me, how do you want to start? How? And even to get the job out there is not easy. We have some companies that their employment processing takes about 4 to 5 months. It depends. Imagine you spending 4 months before you can get a job. What will you be eating before you continue your employment processes and you start working? So, in order for you to avoid this, you need to look for another alternative in case. And aside the fact that maybe you want to have a side also, don't forget the fact that everyone is growing old every day. There's going to be a time you are going to retire from that 9 to 5 job. So, you need something you can be doing right from the comfort of your own house whereby you have more time for yourself and for your family. So think about today and think about your future. If you think you are not having it today because you've got a white collar job paying you, like you have a lot. So think about your future. Don't forget the fact that the what's it called? The retirement age, I think in the UK is 65 or 55. So after your 55 years of age or after 55 or 65 years in service, what are you going to be doing with the rest of your life? No matter your age now, I am still very young. I am just trying to build a very strong legacy for my children because I want to be a present mom. I don't want to be living and also be an absent mother. I don't want it. We have a lot of wayward children in the UK. I'm so sorry to say, just because their parents they are busy trying to pack shifts up and down. They pack weekend shifts, bank holidays, weekend shifts, weekday shifts, whereby their children are struggling. They don't have that time to speak with them. How are you doing today? What happened? No. The mother's love is missing, and all they are running after is money. Money is not going to solve all of your problems. So everything needs to be balanced. You need to make sure that your work life and your family time is balanced together at the same time. You don't want to lose anything. So don't lose your job because of your money and don't lose your family because of your children. You need to make sure that everything is balanced. Your 9 to 5 is okay, but in my digital business, I have seen people from my country, from Nigeria, from Canada, from any African country, from UK, from Ireland, earning some people's 5 year salary in a month. I love testimonies, and I used to go back there and see how they started. They started like a three-figure earner. I would have loved to mention their name, but because of privacy, I won't disclose their name. When I saw the first payment she received, it was just three figures. It was not even up to $500. And now she's earning more than $200,000 just in a month. Please tell me, what type of job is going to give you that amount in a month? There is no job out there. There is no job out there. The governments they are making it difficult for company owners every time because their return per year is high and it's killing. And these employers are not getting anything. So they would rather prefer to just shut the company down and just lay everybody off and tell them to go and find job elsewhere. I listened to an information this afternoon from my accountability partner. She said she went to a store here in the UK, and she saw that one of the store attendants was kind to, he wasn't treating the woman nicely, he wasn't polite, and she was curious because she used to shop there every time, and he knows this man very well. She had to go back and ask him, what's the matter? She now said, oh, I'm so sorry for reacting that way, that their company couldn't comply with the what's it called, the rules and regulations of the UK government. They said they have a lot of litters in their store, and with that it could what's it called, it could harbor pests and diseases. And with that, people can get a lot of sicknesses from whatever they buy from that shops. So because of that, they've given them a letter and they said they must close down before December. And now tell me, how is this man gonna start? This man said he has been working in that store for more than 20 years. And he has got a children and two grandchildren. He's the one feeding them. Please, just imagine the age of that person. This person is obviously more than 50 years of age. Where is he going to start from? So it's hard. Adding with the man has got another side also. He won't struggle. He won't struggle because he knows that, oh, I've got my own business running aside. I can easily go back to my business and still get my money. But now, how is it going to start? It's difficult. So, if you are thinking about your current situation, consider your future. Consider the fact that there are some things that will happen and it might be beyond what you can control. So, think about it. Your 9 to 5 is okay. It's okay to go to school. It's okay to get the degree. It's okay to get a white collar job. It's okay to earn in 5 figures per month. But it is not okay when you don't have a side hustle. You need to have something that's like an extra. It's just an extra for you. Though you might not use the money to do anything, but it is better for you to have something than not to have anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christiana.
Yeah.
Um,
You're
that's a
welcome.
very this one is a very important point, like that we see,
Mm,
like a lot of, like in the outside, like people like talking about going back to the comfort zone. People are
mm,
so comfortable being on going to work, and they think that they believe that that job is going to be there forever, but unfortunately
mhm,
that's not the case. I
mhm,
can give you an example, like back before 2016 I was studying, like business administration. And
mhm,
I was in my class. One of the things that the our instructor was saying is, like all the retail stores, they're gonna disappear in the future because everything was gonna go online. And we start seeing that, and that was before 2016. And we start seeing more and more how, like on those malls, how many stores have been closing down, and how many spaces, like when you walk on the mall, it's so sad to see, like how many stores are closed down, only few are open. I even, like I before I transition, like I work in the movie industry, and then I left, and then I came back. But when I was working on the retail, and before I left, I was so lucky that I left before. That store that I was working on, they closed down, and like, and people had to look for another job. So yeah, and we also had a guest. I believe it was on Thursday.
Mhm.
That she was also mentioned another case.
Mhm.
Um, the her husband passed away. Where there were two cases there. Her case was her husband passed away, but because she started the business with her husband beforehand, her business was able to support her where she was taking 3 months off,
oh,
you know. But she was also mentioning that her friend not too long ago also lost her husband, but on her case she didn't have a side hustle like the one that we have, right? And in her case, like the company only gave her 3 days
3 days.
for grieving, and then that's not enough to grieve, especially your husband. And then the company say, well, if you need more time, then you can take more time, but then we have to let you go. So it's either you work or you leave the company. So that's just few of the examples. Another example is, like when I travel to Florida, I see so many older ladies, like working in the supermarket as a cashier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you would think, they should be retired, enjoying their retirement, but that's not the case. They're working because they need money to be able to support themselves, and that's one of the things that, like we are here talking to you, the viewers, just so you see, like what your job is not enough, because inflation, like Christiana was mentioning, it's going up. Salaries are not keeping up with the inflation, and if you are having trouble right now to survive with the money that you have, imagine when you're planning to retire. That's not going to be enough, because when you retire, you're not getting the 100% salary that you're getting right now. You're going to get a portion of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better you to have a plan B, to have another income coming in, because that's what's going to help you, to be able to survive, like for any emergency that might come your way, or, to have that income that you will need when you're going to be retiring too. And then legacy for your family.
Mhm. And especially, we you always have to have a plan B. But we are talking about this business because, as you say, and I also, like they already say, like it's the legacy, how you pass this business to your, like it's, how many say, it's not just for you, you're working this for your family, because it's amazing how you can pass the whole business to your kids, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you're actually creating well for them at the same time. And it's hard, like we all know what happened, and I think we all open our eyes after that 2020, all that pandemic that happened, that people lost job, people were not able to work, and it's dragging out with the inflation and all these 4 years after that. So I think that's like it's the awakening. People are realizing that the 9 to 5 job is not enough anymore. You know, before, like I remember, I think I said already, when we were kids, people were like, "Okay, you go to school, you get a degree, and you find a job."
A good job.
That's it. That was the only way to earn money. That's the only way that you will able to survive and support your family. But we are realizing that it's more out there. And as you say, don't put your eggs in one basket. You never know what will happen. Things can change, your health can change, your family dynamic can change. You can lose, just to talking about loss, you can lose your house or your car for a disaster, whatever it is, the situation in that happened. What are you going to do? What's your next move? Do you have, like, are you going to find right away the solution? Like, if it's something like that happened out of your hands, like a variable, but if a variable happen, what's the results? What are you going to do next? So always having a side hustle in any ways is good. We're talking about this side hustle. It's very good. just to, to leave it out there, but just to open our viewers, like the mind, or the situations that people are happening out there, that is getting more frequenting, and we're encountering this more often. So for not be on that case, let's start the change now. Let's do something about it right now. Let's do it right now, so when it's something happen to you, you already know what will happen. You already know what my next step. You can be a step ahead of the game, how you say out there on the street. So
Mm-hmm.
always look for something else.
Yeah. So, I mean, we came to this business for to be financially free and for time freedom too. But I want to say something about what Christiana was saying about, mm, parents been working and doing double shifts or whatever to keep up with expenses and bringing providing for their families. That's something really, really sad, and it really hurts me, because we are raising, the generation we're raising now is our future, and we're not giving them the time and the love that they need to be the good humans that we want them to be, to help us out later in the years. So having a side hustle not only gives you the time, right now, yes, I'm still working my full time and doing this business, but I have, my goal is to at some point just do my business full time, and stop working for somebody else, because I have kids, I have grandchildren too, and I want to give them the time that they need, and for them to feel love and care for. And I want to raise good people, people that are going to help out later in the years. But we need to be present, we need to be there for them, and we need to be their leaders, show them the way. When you're working 2 jobs or 3 jobs, you don't have time to do that, because you're either at work or you're home sleeping tired, and you don't have time to share with your family. So right. A side hustle, you start with that. You got to start somewhere. And yes, you may be doing your full time and doing this, but at least you're starting something for you, something that is gonna be years in years to come. Nothing works overnight, but you need to start now, so that in years to come you have something that is giving you extra income, or that is replacing your full-time job income, and you'll be home or traveling with your family having a good time.
Thank you. Okay, so we have reached to the end. So let's do just a quick recap. So Christiana came today and she shared her story and her experience with us. So we talk a little bit about why she joined the business and when the reasons we also joined the business. Also, like why determination is very important to succeed in life and in our business. The beneficials of stepping out of our comfort zone, because if you want to change and make changes in our life and keep growing as a person, you need to step out of your comfort zone. We also touch a little bit we talk about a little bit of the strategies that keep us motivated in our business. We talk about live sessions, and why it's important to do live sessions, and help, and tips for those ones who are afraid to do it. um, and the changes that we have noticed for when we started business all the way to where we are right now. And then right now, like we talk about why it's important to have that extra side of income, another side hustle or plan B, however you want to call it, to be able to be prepared for uh, any experience that it might come our way, like we're not expected. So it's very important. So I just wanted to mention to everyone who's watching it today. So if you guys want to follow on our page, the page is right on the screen in each one of us. Um, and then what is your page, Christiana?
Christiana B Digital.
Okay, so you can find Christiana on Christiana B Digital. So if you also want to learn more about the business, you can register in our website that is on the screen right now with your name and email address, and then you will learn more about the business plans that we offer, and also you will hear some more testimonials from business owners from our community. And also, we also give you an invitation to our private Facebook group where you will see more success stories from our business in our community, and also more material about like the business that we do. So we want to thank all the viewers today that watch the live with us, and for those watching the replay, and also of course thank you to our guest today, Christiana, for
Thank
coming
you.
and
Thank you
sharing.
so much for having me. I feel so honored. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and I hope to come back again.
Sure. For sure. We'll be happy to have you again as a guest. Um,
Okay.
so until the next episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. Have a nice evening, everyone, or good morning or good
Yeah.
afternoon,
Bye.
wherever
Bye,
anybody is.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.